The Titans are one of the worst teams in the existence of the NFL.
Worse than you.
Oh my God!
Wow!
I think. Should I just? The Packers have had a good run. I will give them that, but it's over. See you next season.
So why is Joe Shane staying?
Who saw this coming at the beginning of this season?
Devontae Adams. I told you before. You made a mistake.
Like, are you saying that Aaron Rodgers is washed and done? Yes.
Slow starts do not get you in the playoffs. Hello and Happy New Year and welcome to another episode, the first of 2025 episode of the Hurry Up on DAZN. I'm your host, Andre Dixon, with my friends, pals and amigos. First of the year.
I was like,
Ash and George, how are you guys?
very well, thank you. Had a beautiful Christmas, had a beautiful New Year's, and we're back, ready to smash this year.
You all rested?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah. The hurry up is back though. That's the main thing.
Hurry Up is back.
We've had a week off.
We've had it, yes, and it's about to go down.
What did you guys do without us for a week?
Innit? Like, what did you actually get up to?
Yeah, people must have been like...
Lost.
Tearing the hair out. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
hurry up. What do we do?
Speaking to families.
Yeah.
We're
like,
the
who-
only people to distract you from your
That's
family.
right.
Yeah.
And who wants to do that? Who wants to speak to their family?
Well, actually, you know what? In the season of giving, because we're only just out of
Kind
it.
of, yeah.
You know, I've got something for you, George.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I've
Oh, no.
got a little something for you. Because you
Stunning.
know what?
Oh, no.
In the for those who know, the first
no.
ever episode
I'm not even
of
allowed
the
to.
Hurry Up, George was talking so much
Oh,
smack
my.
about the Texans and CJ Stroud.
Dre, sorry, not even just before that. It was over the summer.
Over the summer,
We
yeah,
were
on
at
social media.
we were at
Oh,
AFC
man.
Wimbledon. Do you
That's
remember?
right.
And he was talking
It was a nice summer's day.
smack.
Everyone was barbecuing and enjoying their lives.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
But the dark cloud
Oh, yeah.
of negativity.
Oh, no.
This has been going on
towards
for
the
nearly a
Texans
year.
came about.
Been going on for nearly a year.
It's that. It's...
And
It can't
George lost his bet.
No, it can't be.
So, you know what?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
You know
I
what?
can't do
What a
it.
very
Thank you to
nice
the
jersey.
Texans
Oh, my God.
for this bad boy.
Wow.
And do you want to present
Oh,
this
you know
to,
what, I will.
to George?
Oh,
I actually feel a bit sick.
Because this,
Yeah,
my
like
friend,
that.
in our little bet,
Wow.
after they handed you
Oh.
your team, your
Oh.
backside,
Oh, my God.
you have to wear this.
Oh.
So
got a very nice
we're
jersey.
off
isn't
to a
it?
lovely start.
Oh, my God.
2025. I think it's going to be a great year.
He can wrap him in the playoffs.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry.
My
You
Colts
can wear
fans-
this next week.
Yeah,
No
I won't wear it right now, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not it.
And I believe the agreement was that he had to put it on his social media as well.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
You know
Either
what?
way, one way or another, you will see it on social media through
Wow.
mine, through Ash's, through NFL on DAZN, which you should actually
Jesus
be following
Christ.
as well.
You know what? I've been in a Vikings jersey. You've been in an Eagles. It's only right that George has to put on a lovely CJ Stroud Texans jersey.
This hurts so badly. Like, what?
Oh,
This guy,
It suits you. It
this
actually
damn
suits you.
guy swept us twice this damn season.
And now that we're off to a great start in 2025, let's see what we learned last weekend in the world of NFL with Ollie Wilson.
We learned that there are some records in the NFL that are there to be broken, or at least tied. I get confused. Either way, the 11 straight consecutive 1,000-yard receiving seasons record held by Jerry Rice alone in the annals of NFL history, now matched by Mike Evans after a 9-yard reception on the final play of the game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Evans with over 1,000 yards for the 11th straight time in his career, and few would bet against him and Baker Mayfield connecting for 1,000 more next year. In the short-term future, the Buccaneers finding a victory over the Saints that gives them the top spot in the NFC South and a playoff berth against the Washington Commanders next week. More on that later. Another record was tied in the NFL this weekend on Sunday Night Football, a franchise record 4 TDs in a single game given to the Lions by Jahmyr Gibbs. His impressive night against the Vikings in a 31-9 blowout giving the Lions top spot in the NFC and the number 1 seed as the Vikings limp into the playoffs with a dismally poor performance in crunch time. Hardly fills you with faith, does it, for Sam Darnold and co? But the Lions look good, really good going into the playoffs, and perhaps another NFC Championship game is on the horizon for them. We also had our first coach firing of the off-season. The dust had barely settled on the Patriots' victory over the Buffalo Bills, and Gerard Mayo, the New England head coach, out after just 1 year in the job up in New England. A disappointing way to finish the season for he and a franchise that just lacks stability after the Brady-Belichick era. That was always going to be the case though, wasn't it? And Tyreek Hill could be done in Miami. The Denver Broncos eliminated Miami from playoff contention with their win over the Kansas City Chiefs this week. That meant that Tyreek Hill was complaining to reporters after Miami's dismal season as he missed out on the playoffs for the first time in his career, telling the press, "I'm done when it comes to this team." Hill having to look out for himself, apparently, rather than what his franchise is going to do next season. And we have the playoff picture sorted. Saturday sees the Chargers traveling to take on the Texans. The Steelers are at the Ravens in a huge grudge match from the AFC North. The Broncos are at the Bills, the Packers are at the Eagles, and the Commanders are at the Buccaneers on Sunday. And then Monday Night Football has the Vikings against the Rams. And you can catch all of that on DAZN.
Thanks so much for that, Ollie. Guys, right, let's catch up with all the news that happened. Lots of stuff to go through. Start off with stuff that's happened most recently. The Bears have requested an interview with Mike McCarthy.
Very strange. I mean, I know Mike McCarthy is pretty much out of contract. Is he going to extend with the Cowboys? I don't know. But I did not see this coming. The Bears, who had a horrible season, head coach was fired, and now they want Mike McCarthy. Is he the move? I don't know.
I think the Bears are kind of looking at who is going to potentially be on the market head coach wise first before they kind of delve anywhere else. But it is an interesting one. I mean, I personally don't think that Mike McCarthy is going to be sticking around with the Cowboys anyway. I think the Cowboys do need to move on, really. But yeah, Mike McCarthy back up north with the Bears. It's an interesting move. But they haven't interviewed him just yet. They've just put the request out. Yeah. And I believe like the cutoff date is 17th of January or something. Something like that. But yeah, I mean, we'll just wait and see. But an interesting one there.
You remember when Tyreek Hill, when he was playing for the Chiefs, did the peace sign just before he got into the end zone? Well, he's going to be doing that, apparently, to the Dolphins because Tyreek Hill wants out.
Yeah. Who saw this coming at the beginning of this season?
Wild.
Tyreek Hill, I mean, I'd love to know what's going on in his mind. Like, just give me like a minute, sit down with him, give me your 2 pence, Tyreek. But, I mean, the guy clearly wants a Super Bowl ring. But I think you said this to me yesterday, Dre, how funny that since he's left the Chiefs have gone on to win back-to-back Super Bowls.
Back-to-back.
I think Tyreek has definitely got it in him. He's a great wide receiver. But the whole thing just seems really messy. I don't it's just odd. And the fact as well that he's coming out publicly and saying this and Mike McDaniels is having to swerve answering questions with the media. It's an odd one. And it's not making me feel uncomfortable. That's the wrong way to describe it. Just but it's kind of putting me off a little bit. Yeah.
I think it's strange because he's so vocally supported Tua, his quarterback, even through everything that's gone wrong. And now he's basically come to a realization that Tyreek Hill isn't being Tyreek Hill. When you say the name, you associate him with success. He ain't having no success. He's gone as far as changing his display picture to the Antonio Brown peace out during the game with the Bucks where he stripped off and left. And he's changed. He's replaced his
Have
face.
You not seen it?
He's
we'll
replaced,
put it up. Yeah.
We'll
It
put
is
it up.
wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So he's literally gone off on one. I don't know what happened.
He's definitely going.
He's gone. He's out.
I mean, the fact that you want to leave Miami baffles me. It's only going to get worse.
Bro wants to win.
They're going to send you somewhere real cold. Don't worry about that.
I was about to say something. Probably have to cut it from the show.
Come to Indy.
But he's had more babies than NFL successes.
Wow.
Okay, now we're going to have to cut that out.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, okay, let's get to Black Monday. Happened yesterday.
Yes.
Time of recording. So, you know what they say, George?
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult being the man after the man.
Yes.
Jeremiah found that out.
Bro.
And he's gone.
Yeah. One season. Bill was there for what? 23, 24 seasons, I believe it was. It's very wild because Robert Kraft has come out and said how bad he feels it's the worst decision he's ever had to make. yet you knew exactly what you were doing when you gave him that role, because really you want Mike Vrabel. Yeah, I said it. You want Mike Vrabel. Let's not lie about it. I feel for him. It was never going to work, I suppose, especially when they had a plan before they even hired him.
But I find this one really weird because if you look at other head coaches in their first year who have had a terrible first season as well, Dan Campbell, let's use him as a significant example. His first year with the Lions, I think they won 3 games.
Yep.
What was it, 3-13?
Yeah. And 1, I think.
Exactly. And then look at what's happened in the last 4 seasons, like the seasons after that. He has done wonders with this Lions team. He's grown this team and they've gone on and had so much success. Let's see what happens this year for them. But I just wonder, what could have had Jared Mayo, what could he have done next year, the year after? Could he have been the person? We'll never know.
Plus,
but you're right. The Patriots knew what they were doing.
They did. And you just real quick, rookie quarterback, who played very well, by the way. But now the Patriots have, I think, the number 1 or number 2 cap. They have so much, 120-something million in cap space. What did you expect Gerald to do in 1 year with the rookie quarterback? So, yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
So we've seen someone go through a lot of suffering this season. Doug Peterson, especially when he came over to the London games, he looks really worried all the time. Well, he ain't got to be worried about anything no more.
That Band-Aid has been...
Because they finally fired him. How do you guys feel about that?
He lasted a lot. He lasted a lot longer than I expected him to. I thought he was going to get the can before he got on the plane home from London. I really did. But listen, it's an interesting one. I was reading online yesterday. My days are merging into one, team. I was reading online yesterday. Somebody said that if you're a head coach, and listen, he's got success everywhere else. He is a Super Bowl winning head coach. But having success somewhere else doesn't mean that it's so easy to transfer into a different team, because organizations as a whole are so different. Front office, management, owners, fans, everything. So, I mean, I feel a bit sorry for him, but it just didn't work out. And I kind of hoped that him and Trevor Lawrence would have worked out on paper. It made sense and everything. But, the Jags are moving on.
Their rival, the Jags are an AFC South rival. I don't like y'all. I never will. Not as much as I don't like the Texans, but still. The writing was on the wall. And like you said, I'm surprised he lasted the trip back. They were here for 2 weeks. So they kept him on for a bit longer, but it was always going to be this way. And he's out.
Honourable mention to Gus Bradley, who also...
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. He's been the DC of the Colts for the last 3 seasons, and the guy is just trash. I am not one to rep anyone being unemployed, but my goodness, he needed to get the hell out of Indy, and he finally has. I want Robert Saleh as a DC for the Colts. That's what I want. And then you can take over from Shane Steichen when he gets the boot next season. On to the next one.
You're not getting Robert Saleh.
No, we won't get it, but I'd love that to happen.
He's not going to want to go to, the Colts are like humdrum.
This is the thing. You're not wrong, though. You're not wrong. Listen, I'm not going to lie. You're not wrong. Who wants to come to Indy now with all the issues? I'm sure you've all seen the whole, what's his name? The kicker.
Limited fans in the stadium as well.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we have so many issues right now. And with Matt McAfee, dissing us and throwing us into the ground even further. Who wants to come to the Colts?
Pat McAfee.
We don't want him. Go away.
He'd bring the viewers. It's fine.
Yeah, get out of here.
Right, let's go through the key injuries that's happened. Jalen Hurts, concussion.
So Jalen Hurts is currently in concussion protocol. Time of filming this, it is Tuesday. But teams can't lie about player injuries. They have to disclose honestly. So, I mean, they can't kind of, say that he's worse than he is just to throw other people off. But at the time of filming this, he is questionable, and I think it is day to day. Obviously, we're 5-6 hours ahead of America. We've got to see what who practices and stuff today and what's happening there. But it is an interesting one, so we're going to have to see.
Right, we could have Sonic and Knuckles back together again.
Oh, my God. And you know what? I'm rooting for this to actually happen, because Dan Campbell actually said before they took on the Vikings that Montgomery was close. He practiced and he feels good. So Sonic being Jahmyr Gibbs, for those of you who don't know, and Knuckles being David Montgomery, the best 1-2 punch running back in the entire NFL. And if he does come back, my goodness, you better watch out, boy, because get rid of that trash, but you better watch out, because those two are going to make some noise, some serious noise.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys something. I'm looking at like what I'm worried about in my NFL world, which is obviously the Giants. So I'll get to that in a second. But I wanted to ask you guys, what has you pressing, as we've timely put that in, panic stations, the panic button.
The panic button.
Let me tell you right now, I am sick and tired of my team being mediocre year in, year out. If it's not 9-8, it's 8-9, and nothing else happens. I'm panicking that in the same way that Irsay's dad, Jim Irsay's dad, Robert Irsay, ran the Baltimore Colts into the ground, is the same way that Jim Irsay is running the Indianapolis Colts into the ground. Nothing has changed. You've got leadership guys on the team calling out the management, the head office, the GM, players. Nothing is going right, and it hasn't gone right for how many seasons? So I'm pretty much up there when it comes to panic stations. That the Colts are just a mediocre team. Ain't no one care about them. They're already in one of the worst division in the NFL. Can we please stand up for ourselves and actually, rep what the Colts are about? We won 2 damn Super Bowls, for God's sake. Like, show it. God damn.
Right. Well, I am doubly pressing. I don't know how many times I have to press this thing. The alarm bells is going off in my head because yesterday it was announced that Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are staying on for another season.
Wait.
Now,
So your plain banners didn't work.
No.
playing banners, as much money as I should have just covered the whole stadium with the sign.
Yeah.
I think there'd be a lot more planes flying over the stadium next season because our owner, John Mara, turned around and said to the media that he doesn't want to fire any of them. He even stated that he's seen that the actual team has got worse over the last 3 years, yet you're still keeping them on because you don't want to go through that whole process of getting the new GM and head coaching. Now, again, before, just full disclosure, obviously, as I said, the last time we was recording, I was leaning towards keeping, Brian Daboll because, only 2 years ago he won Coach of the Year. So therefore he's definitely a good coach. But the team is worse. So why is Joe Shane staying?
I don't get it.
I have no idea. It makes no sense whatsoever. The explanation didn't make sense to me.
We've seen head coaches do better, still have a losing season, but then get
And
fired.
you go in.
Fired,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a weird one.
What is the process? So it just feels like you're punting.
Weird, really.
What are
You're
the fans?
punting.
What are the fans saying online?
Everyone.
Burn it down.
I've been running it.
But are there any fans in support of it?
No, I mean, there are people that are, I won't call out the people in the media, but there are people with things at stake because obviously they want to
Right.
be in with the Giants. So therefore they're going to say, oh no, I definitely agree. Eli said he agrees with keeping them on.
Really?
I don't get it. I'm not saying they don't know what they're talking about. It just makes no sense to me because you officially are, and the season hasn't even started.
Yeah.
Well, this season they haven't even finished. For next season, you're on a hot seat immediately.
Yeah.
I
From the
said this at
get-go.
the start.
From the get-go.
I said this for the first episode.
From training camp.
So I don't get it. Like you've
It's strange.
reduced the amount of talent that we've got, and you still have you in your positions. It makes
Yeah.
no sense.
At least the Eli Manning supports your Giants because Peyton don't support us. He don't even like us no more. He didn't even come back to the city. He don't say nothing positive about the Colts at all. And that hurts.
Associate Peyton with you guys anyway.
Yeah, he don't even like us.
No,
No,
not
no,
really.
no, I-
More Broncos than anything.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shocked. We won a damn Super Bowl with
I'm
the
telling you
guy.
now,
I know,
them
but-
Colts fans, please.
Oh, my God.
Please address all your anger
This way.
Ash, who
The confident
Ash.
one.
you don't seem really worried,
Innit?
which actually worries me.
I've had enough. Sorry. I've had enough in my comment section from little Bears fans. They've won their Super Bowl. It's fine.
If there's a reason for you to press the panic button, what would it be for? Oh my lord!
Wow.
You know what? I'm panicked because I'm not panicking. Makes sense.
You're
Yeah.
not confident.
It's not even confidence. I'm just kind of like, I'm not overly stressed or worried on Tuesday, the 7th of January. Okay.
Because you have Christian Watson out for the season.
And Jai Alexander.
So
And Jay Alexander, yeah.
like I said to you guys before we hit record, I'm not stressed about Christian Watson. Number one, because if you look at actual figures, Jaden Reed had a better overall season in terms of catches, throws to him and everything than Christian Watson did. Christian Watson has been riddled with injuries ever since he joined the Packers team, and I don't think he's had a whole season with us anyway. So, like, I'm not gutted or stressed. And people are like, oh, you've lost your wide receiver one. The Packers don't have a wide receiver one.
True.
We really don't. Jair, I'm gutted. I absolutely love the guy. He's phenomenal when he's on the field, when he's healthy. I am gutted that he's not there. But again, I kind of just wasn't expecting him, I think, to be there anyway in my heart of hearts. So I'm not stressed that he's not there.
What about Jordan Love's hand injury? Is that serious or not really?
No, he clipped his elbow.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
He just clipped.
I'm just saying.
Jordan Love just clipped his little elbow when Malik Willis, he hurt his hand. When he went off,
for Love, or was it
Jordan Love was back on the side. He was like,
yeah,
he was
that's
ready
true.
to come back on.
He was ready. Yeah, that is true.
So it's fine.
But
So
still.
listen, I think give me a couple of days. Give me a couple of days. Things might change. But at the moment, I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to it.
At least one of us is, because we ain't.
Well, it's nice to know that I've got support from my friends. Eh?
Well,
I'm panicked about not having support from you boys. Yeah.
trust me, you have my support.
Oh, I know.
Of
You're
all
gonna be
people in this world.
fully dressed out on
I am.
Sunday.
God.
You're lucky I'm not in pack and stuff at the moment. I do not want you lot to win, Eagles fans. I don't. And I'm unashamed about it. Now, let's go through the games of last weekend. We're going to pick out some of the games, not all of the games, because if your game wasn't great, we're not mentioning it. So blame your team.
If your game was trash, you're weighing in this segment.
Deal with it.
All right, let's start off with the Broncos beating the Chiefs.
Listen, this game annoyed me to the point that I think I just took a 10-minute break from this game entirely. This Chiefs team, I get it. They weren't playing their first stringers, giving them a little break and stuff. But this Chiefs team completely threw this game. I think they all had a little team chat and they were just like, listen, we don't want to let the Bengals into the playoffs. We don't want to see them in the playoffs. So you know what? We're just going to throw this game and we'll let the Broncos win. That's 100%. It's 100% what happened. 100% what happened.
If we're going to go to propaganda, tinfoil hat,
Yeah.
chair.
I mean,
here.
listen, the Broncos, hey, they had a great season and they've been fire. Listen, really love it and everything. But for the Chiefs to go ahead and throw the game like they
it's mad.
did, it
0
was just
points.
really weird.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
we don't need to
Really
spend too
weird.
long on this one because I want to spend a long time on this. Congratulations, Chicago Bears, because you've
Yes.
beaten the Packers.
Yep.
And I loved it.
It was great. I think it's the first time in 11 games. Is that right? So it's great to see. The Bears have had a terrible, terrible season. And they only just won this game, by the way. But obviously, Ash being the super Packers fan wasn't too happy. But you're solidified in the playoffs. The Chicago Bears aren't.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see. So go Bears.
You know what? Bears had some fun stuff happening there. I mean, with the kick return and everything, like the little trickery played out of special teams. Fun. Keenan Allen, though, throwing a pick. That was
wild.
That was wild.
Very wild.
But I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, I love the NFL because of good old-fashioned rivalries. And with all of our teams, we've all got some really good ones in the books. So you know what, Bears, congratulations on winning your Super Bowl, but we'll see you next year.
Wow. I
Damn.
knew you couldn't be the bigger person.
Shots fired.
You know what?
You know
Karma's
what?
gonna come
You be
round.
the bigger person when you play the Eagles the next
No,
time.
never.
And when you play the Texans. You know what? I'm calling you all out with me.
Right, Bucks beat the Saints.
Listen, this Buccaneers team has been to the playoffs, I think, for the last 5 years.
Good team, man.
It's good. And interestingly, the Buccaneers, just a fun little fact, if you ever have a pub quiz and it's NFL based, Buccaneers are the only team to, I think, have played, is it the Redskins, Washington football team, and Washington Commanders in the playoffs. Just
right.
fun little fact.
Bit of history.
Fun little factoid for you. But yeah, listen, Baker Mayfield, great. Gonna have to give a shout out to Mike Evans. I was
Yeah,
so
man.
happy when he caught that ball and he
3 million?
eclipsed it.
3 million, 3.5 was it?
I'm a hater because I didn't celebrate that. Because he's getting it. It's not
You
going
know,
to
it was,
mine.
ain't going to
yeah,
your
but it was just
account,
nice
but-
to see. Like,
It's
I
because
liked it.
it's when it gets to this point in the season, everyone's got their incentives to hit. So when they force fed him the ball, and on that last play where they threw a wide receiver screen, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the Saints defense gave him a little cushion. Because at the end, I do think so a little bit. When he caught that ball at the end of the game, he had to make 5 yards.
You expect him to rock him.
I just felt like they were like, you know what, go get your money.
Yeah, imagine.
I do. Yeah, I feel like they were like, yeah,
Put him
go
up
get your
so
money.
He can't go to Cabo.
Could you imagine? Yeah, could you just imagine though? They light him up. You ain't getting that money. No, you ain't getting that. You'd have to be the same type of guy to Jets. So congrats to you, Mike Evans. He's a baller. 11 straight seasons of 1K yards.
You know what? I think I would
tying Jerry Rice. Insane.
Yes, Mike Evans, I'm very happy for you getting all your money. Lions beat the Vikings.
They did. Oh my God.
You know what? The Vikings
Crazy.
did not have an answer for this Lions team. Lions have just done the season how they're doing the season. I mean, what's left to say? Everything was on the line in this game.
Yep.
It wasn't as if the Lions had already got the number 1 seed locked up and loaded. This game was for the NFC North and the number 1 seed. I'm actually really surprised that the Vikings didn't do a better job, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was very underwhelming from that side of things. And it is kind of making me question, what Vikings team are we going to see in the playoffs now from this? Because that's like, and we've got to remember, playoff football is so different.
So different.
And mentality is so different as well. I keep saying to people, playoff football is one and done.
Yeah.
There's no second game
Not like
that you
the
can go
NBA
and play.
where you got to do best of 7 or
No,
whatever it
exactly.
is.
But you like in regular season football, especially when you're playing your division rivals, you can't just be like, oh, it's fine. No, we've got another game against you and then we can circle back. It's one and done. So yeah, what Vikings team are we going to see?
I want to give flowers to Ben Johnson, the OC of the Lions, because this guy is tearing. Yes, that's correct for now, because he's about to be out of there. He is tearing up, and the DC as well, Glenn. They are tearing up every single team. You have to remember, right? Both teams were 14-2, I believe it is. First time that these two teams have played each other at that record, heading into the playoffs at week 18. And the Vikings defense have been great. Brian Flores has been great. So for the Lions to do what they did to the Vikings in that manner, and for the Vikings to have zero answer, is unreal. Don't forget, there was no David Montgomery, there was no Knuckles, and all the guys that are on IR for the Lions too. And they lost one of their starting cornerbacks, if not 2 starting cornerbacks, and Justin Jefferson was locked up. You got to take your hat off to them Lions, man.
Yeah.
Right, let's go to the Jets beating the Dolphins. Now, the only person that actually cared about that game
Is the Bengals.
was Woody Johnson, who used
I was
that
coming
as-
to you because
as
of the Packers, but I was
Woody
like,
Johnson was just like, well, we've had a terrible season. And
Literally.
we've been blown up and everyone's been expecting things of us. But
Yeah.
at least we beat the Dolphins. All the Jets fans are going absolutely wild. They hate him and they want him out.
Listen, this Jets team, I think, is interesting. It's not even the right word. I'm fascinated by it. So I think the big question that we've got to ask ourselves, and Aaron Rodgers has been putting pictures out already of him and Tay Adams.
It's dumb.
Like when Aaron put up pictures of him with Randall Cobb kind of going off the field together. The last dance, the last hurrah. We won't know for a little bit if Aaron Rodgers is going to come back or not. People have come out and they've said, oh, I can see Aaron Rodgers has got 1 more year left in him.
Oh, hell
He should come
no.
back and do it. They've got 1 more. Some Jets fans have even said, I hate to say it, but I would like him to come back for 1 more season. And I'm just kind of like, you should be done. I said this weeks ago. You and me had a bit of a tiff. You were just like, are you saying that Aaron Rodgers is washed and done? Yes.
bro is washed.
Aaron Rodgers, just ride off into the sunset. Do what you need
just
to do.
silly.
If he comes back for another year,
No,
God,
man.
there could be an injury. It could be really bad. Like, I think just be happy with what you've achieved and done. And weirdly, I mean, Aaron Rodgers has said that the last 2 years were the best.
Yeah,
of
bro,
his life.
bro is just
And I'm just like,
capping. He's capping. But
Yeah.
to be fair to him, he's actually come out and said that he's not going to waste anyone's time, hopefully. He's going to make a decision quite soon. He's going to speak with the Jets.
well, he's
some
not
point
doing it in the
after.
dark. He's not going
He
into the
won't. He
darkness.
needs the lights for this one. He needs more than the light. You've wasted enough people's times. You wasted Devontae Adams. I told you before, you made a mistake. Be done with it.
But I think Tay Adams has done it.
He might. Yeah, you might be right. It might be both of them together, and this might be the way they go
Yeah.
out. So hey,
We won't spend too long on this at all because the Bengals beat the Steelers, but they're out.
yeah.
Slow starts do not get you in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I'm gutted because I love the way they've been playing football. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Joe Burrow, they've been balling, but they left it too late. Yes, they're racking up the wins now, but it's all for nothing. So it's a shame.
Right, let's get to the time of the show that I enjoy the most because I get to prod and provoke these two in Outlandish. Now, these aren't my comments. These are things that I've seen in the world of NFL. Not my particular comments. Well, maybe one of them might be. I think it's quite obvious what it
Be
is.
lying now.
Just Dre,
Right.
Dre on the train on the way here. Yeah.
Funny you should say.
Right, let's start off with the Vikings because they have been said to be frauds and will turn into a pumpkin in the first round of the playoffs.
Ooh, I kind of want to agree with this because last season the Vikings they had a great season last season, got to the playoffs and kind of fell on their face. It's kind of looking like it's going to go that way. If you look at
Oh, because they got a beating.
They got beat down by the Lions. Beat down, and that confidence through the floor. So I have to agree.
Yes, I agree. But you know what? I will say my very first hot take of the series was that I said that Sam Darnold was gonna take the Vikings to the playoffs, and I think I said that they would go out in the first round.
Oh wow,
of the playoffs as well.
That would be.
We might have to find it. It was the very first episode.
You said it in the.
I said Sam Darnold would take them to the playoffs, but they were going to knock out in the first round. Guys, if you want your lottery numbers, just come to me.
It's just a lucky streak, Kevin. Nothing more, nothing less. Bryce Young has shown why the Panthers will win the NFC South next season.
Oh. You know what? Bryce Young has been incredible lately. He's been throwing some dimes, throwing some darts.
He has.
But the NFC South
capping,
is such a weird, trash, but good division at the same time because they're all kind of like similar.
Yeah.
Listen, Panthers aren't winning that division anytime soon. Not with Baker Mayfield and the Bucs still there.
No.
Even with this Falcons defense at times.
Credit to Young though. He's looked good.
Yeah, but Bryce Young has been playing great, but they ain't winning it anytime soon.
Nope.
All right, to the Boomers and also to the on call, cap means lies. More you know.
I love that.
Right, enough is enough. It's time to bench Russell Wilson for Justin Fields.
Ooh, this is debatable. They moved on from Justin Fields once Russell Wilson became healthy, and he did some great stuff. But I will say, the schedule for the Steelers, I think their last 4 or 5 games, I did go out publicly and say that they were going to lose them games, and they're on 4-game losing streak, and they're about to play the Ravens, and people were coming for me. I got the last laugh, didn't I? No, I wouldn't bench Russell
Humility
Wilson.
is not part of this show.
No, it's not. No, you got to stick with Russell. You can't do that. You stick with Russell.
Think so? You with him?
Yeah, I just think stick with Russell for now. Hey, we'll see what happens this weekend. But
You got to stick with him, I think.
The Titans need to draft Shador Sanders
Ooh.
to get some interest in their team.
Yeah, the Titans are one of the worst teams in the existence of the NFL.
worse than you.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I think should I just like what? Yeah, if you need me.
That just came out.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
You know what? I gotta give it to you. What can I say?
That just came out.
What can I say? I'll say alongside, well, not as worse, not worse than the Colts, but yeah, the Titans are trash. They ain't got nothing going for them. I don't even think bringing Shador Sanders to like, what is that going to do? Yes, it will make people want to come to the team, but the Titans have issues all over the shop, so I don't think it's enough. Get him go somewhere else where he's actually going to be valued. I'm still hurt.
I think you've said enough.
I'm hurt. I'm so hurt. Like, damn.
Ash, I'll start off with you on this one.
Speaking facts.
Oh God.
Right. Baker Mayfield
Yeah.
should be in the MVP conversation.
God, you know what? I love Baker Mayfield. He's an interesting character, great personality, wild at times, but no. He should not be in the MVP conversation. Nah.
No, I'm not saying he's going to be like top 3.
No, but he should. I
But
just
he
think.
should be talked about or honourable mention.
No. I'm good.
No.
I'm no Baker fan.
No,
but I'm just-
I like what he's done, but no, he's not there
Yeah.
yet. Sorry.
So that just all over that, didn't it?
Okay, I'll start with you with this.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
Do I just
The
get
ne-
up and
the
leave
last
now,
one,
or
The
like?
Packers will shock the NFC and win at the Eagles.
This is a message for Ash, biggest Packers fan that I know, who thinks everything is going to go Packers' way. It ends here. This is it. It's over. And this isn't because she shot down my Colts. This is purely just the fact that the Eagles, when Jalen Hurts returns and Saquon Barkley come back together, I think it's done. The Packers have had a good run. I will give them that, but it's over. See you next season.
You remember our producer is Matt, who's a Packers fan.
That's correct.
So
Same thing goes to
over
Matt.
your mouth.
Same thing goes to Matt. He's probably going to put a bleep over all this.
He's going to say, the Packers will win when your mouth is moving.
It's done. I'm sorry. It's done. They ain't making it. It's done. I mean, what is there even a point in asking, like...
I love history repeating itself. The same thing that happened in 2011 We played the Eagles opening game of the season. We lost. We then saw them again in the playoffs. We won. Love a bit of history repeating itself.
That's interesting.
And guys, who the same year we went all the way and won the whole thing. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying. But I love a bit of history repeating
I just
itself.
want you to listen.
You've got to go in with a good mentality.
I'm temporarily with you
Temporarily.
because I want you to beat the Eagles. I want them out.
Who doesn't love going to the link and beating the Eagles
I
at
do get
home?
that.
I don't know what it's
But
like.
it ain't happening.
Hey, you'll find out on Sunday, honey. You'll find out on Sunday.
We're just not going to get to it.
Oh my god,
The people that may win are wearing blue.
bro.
That's for sure.
So, guys, before we go on to the next segment, I've got a little something for you guys. I think it's going to be really fun. Okay?
What?
Ash has an idea. Jesus.
Types of cheese.
Guys, I've been eating a lot of cheese over Christmas, by the way. Absolutely love it. But listen, okay, so I'm going to hand each of us a piece of paper and an envelope with a Sharpie.
Oh,
So, team, what we need to do is you're going to write down the 2 teams, and don't show us, you're going to write down the 2 teams that you think are going to be playing in New Orleans.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? And then you need to put on your piece of paper who you think is going to win it. So 2 teams going to the Super Bowl and who you think is going to win. And then you're going to seal it in the envelope. Okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to be taking these envelopes with us
Oh, I love
to
it.
New Orleans in a month's time. And we will reveal on one of our last episodes,
Wow.
right before the game, to everybody on camera. And we will see
that's dope.
who's kind of got it.
I like it.
Who's got it in the bag,
I like
okay?
it.
Okay.
And you know what? If somebody gets this spot on, I'll buy you a steak dinner.
All sealed.
And then also put your name on the front of the envelope
People
as well.
have been getting a
Okay.
nice bit of ASMR. Was it
ASMR.
ASMR?
Locked
Shut
in. Locked in. This is
I
good. I
won't
like
put-
this.
I won't put my surname on there.
Government.
Mr. Dixon.
Government.
Don't call me
Yeah.
Mr. Dixon.
I would.
Especially now.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Those who know, know.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Okay.
This is a good idea. I like this.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's
All
done.
right, here you go. I can't reach over there.
Oh, little short arms.
Damn. Ash is
you
like
know what? Why are you
violence.
violence
It's
this
just
year?
violence
Right,
today.
Okay.
You know
Is that
what?
how we start?
I've had 6 hours sleep because there was no Monday Night Football.
Oh, no, this is what
I'm a
comes
brand
out.
new woman.
Wow.
Wicked Ash.
Yeah.
Wicked.
I like this game a lot, actually. It'd be really interesting to see.
So
what
this will be in
happens.
New Orleans. So we're going to be opening up these bad boys.
I love that.
See who's right and who's wrong. All right. Now, all of these games you should be watching on NFL Game Pass on DAZN, of course, because it is Wild Card Weekend.
Woo.
This is what we've been waiting for. This is
Yeah.
the exciting time. Yes, a little bit of sadness because we're getting to near the
True.
end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we've got a lot of football to enjoy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the games
Okay.
that are coming up on Wildcard Weekend, and we're going to give you our predictions down below to see
Nice.
who's right and who's wrong, who's the lone wolf.
I'm looking forward to this.
So let's start off with this: Chargers at the Texans.
Ladies first.
Chargers.
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 Chargers. Yep.
I'm going to go with the Texans.
Of course you
Okay.
are.
I'm going to go with the Texans.
Ugh.
There's no rationale in this,
I got
I just think they're a bit too banged up.
but it's mainly because of George. I want this pain continuing because I want him to be wearing.
Oh my god! Imagine they get all those hit.
I think it's going to be the Texans. I've got a
Could you
feeling.
imagine that?
Chargers let you down at some point.
I do get that, but I think they can win.
I think Nico Collins will have a day, though.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, do you
That's
think
true.
that?
Yeah,
I think you guys are.
I think
Yeah.
that's a very close game, though. It's cool. Yeah. But I'm stick
Close
with
game.
Chargers.
All right, so we've got 2 Chargers, 1 Texans. All right. Next one, Steelers at the Ravens.
Give me the Steelers.
Okay.
Sorry, the Steelers. Sorry, let me say it again because maybe you didn't hear. Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens,
Yeah.
whose QB is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, give me the Steelers.
I don't know what Ash is on, but give me the Ravens all day.
I'm with the Ravens. And I haven't even had 3 hours sleep.
Give me the Steelers. Go on.
Wow.
Bit of Steeler Nation.
That would be crazy.
I love an
There's
upset.
We've got 2 lone wolves.
Yeah.
There is always an upset.
There is. I do.
I don't know
get
if we're allowed to howl like they do on another show.
that. Copyright.
Oh, you know what I thought you were going to do?
What? No.
Bark. Instead of owl.
Right. Right, okay. The Broncos at the Bills.
Yeah, no Bills. Come on. Broncos have had a fun time. They've balled out. Bo Nix, hats off to you. I was about to say hats off to you, love.
Yeah.
But it's Josh Allen and the Bills.
Yeah, I can't see
I
any.
love this Bills team.
Yeah.
Sorry, spitting everywhere. But listen, I will say, when the Bills need to do something, sometimes they don't follow through.
I hear that,
But no, it's
but
the Bills.
it's the Bills. It's
yeah.
the Buffalo Bills. No one else.
I'm going to go with the Bills. Full house.
Full house.
Full house, all right.
Come on, Josh.
Packers at the Eagles. I'll start off with you. You can go last.
Eagles. Oh my god.
Actually, you go there.
Of course, it's the Green Bay Packers.
on,
This
David
is going to be the
Hurts.
best upset in the NFC.
Right, I think it's clearly obvious who I'm going to go for. There's no logic in it.
These
Pure hate.
guys, nah,
Packers.
A win at the link.
Come on.
nah.
Let's do this.
It's over.
Bye-bye, Saquon.
Commanders at the Buccaneers.
Commanders. I think it's Washington's game.
I think the Commanders win this game. I actually do think. I think in a close one, I think the Commanders take it.
This one's a tight one.
Scary Terry,
It's going to
two
be close.
touchdowns.
I think it will be really close. It might even be an overtime game
I just like the story.
for the
For
Commanders.
Commanders.
It's a great story. Let's
You
remember
know why?
as well.
Because it gives me hope
Hope
for my
it does,
stupid
yeah.
team.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they were so bad before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
But also, let's not forget, playoff rules are different now when it comes to overtime. Both teams get a chance to touch the ball
Yeah, it's very true.
as opposed to regular season. But I'm still going Commanders.
I'm going to go with the Commanders.
Full house.
Right, yeah, full house.
Full house?
Full house.
Alright.
Yeah.
Enter. I can hear people saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. Stick to soccer."
Oh, here we go.
Well, because we said Commanders are going to beat the
Oh,
Buccaneers.
anytime.
Dude, this Washington team has
good
been
team, man.
good.
Yeah.
And Washington, when they play well, they play well. This matchup is actually like it's
Good.
it's going to be a closer game than I
Yeah.
think people think. But for people who will come out and say, "Well, we don't know our stuff," jog on.
Last but not least, the biggest tie, I think, personally, of this weekend. It is the Vikings at the Rams.
Oh, man.
This one's a difficult one.
This is, do you know, I'm going to just say it. I don't actually think it's that difficult.
Really?
I don't.
Big talk.
Big talk. And I think the Rams are going to win it. Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay are comeback kings of everything. They're at home at SoFi. Now, I know, LA struggle to get fans from time to time, but it won't be the case this time. And I think the Vikings are out. Honestly, I do see it, man. I do see it.
You're going to be biased. Can you be impartial?
Well, no, because I completely agree with George. Actually, I just think
Honestly, I
funny.
think it's going to happen.
What a coincidence that I'm a Packer fan and I have this opinion.
Look, everyone, she's a Packers fan.
Yeah.
Boo! Yeah, listen, this Vikings team, for all the good and will that they've done, I've got to stick to what I said originally. I said the first week that the Vikings were going out in wildcard weekend, but I've got to agree. I think going up against this Rams team is difficult in the playoffs. Look at what happened last week against the Lions. Last week, yes, like 2 days ago, less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
This Vikings team did not have an answer for this Lions team, and I think it's not a long enough time to turn around their mentality. And going on the road as well. I know you said that sometimes LA has trouble filling the stadium with fans. I think that's more Chargers than it is Rams, really. But yeah, I think again, this is going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be completely one-sided or a shutout. But I think the Rams have a huge upset, and then suddenly Vikings fans are going to be like, "Oh my God, change the seedings." Then, we were number 5 seeded, we went on the road, we should have been at home.
You know what? You make it difficult for me to support you this weekend, and it's only because of the Eagles.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
Well,
Right.
who are you going for? You going for the
My
Vikings to
lock.
win?
This is the lock. Put your money down.
What, you
Because
think
you
the
know what? That
Vikings?
stadium is going to be filled with Vikings fans.
Oh.
Dude,
The
Vikings
slow
fans.
clap is going to be happening. Try not
Dude.
to drop this laptop or iPad, whatever.
I
Device.
don't envision a lot of Vikings fans.
There's going to be.
I think they
the
will.
Vikings fans are going
Yeah,
to
I think they will.
ram that stadium.
Especially what happened with
You like that? You like what I said? Ram.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Especially after what happened with the Lions. Did you know the Vikings owners
Oh, yeah.
bought all the seats behind the Vikings bench and they still got beat anyway?
So how many points they put up? 6.
9, I think it was.
Never mind.
But yeah, I think, yeah, man.
This weekend, the Vikings will be triumphant. Producer Matt at the background is staring at me uncomfortably because he wants the Vikings to lose, but they're not.
Matt Stafford, Puka Nakua, Cooper Cup.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Kyron
The story's
Williams.
gonna go
Yeah.
because you know
Jared
what?
Verse.
You know, not only that, I support my friends, and we have friends on the team, and I support my friends, unlike these two. So when
know
they
what?
come
Hold
around
up.
again,
Nice that you've just
Hold
said
up.
that, yet you're barely supporting me.
I don't ever
Yet
hear.
you're
Hold
barely
up.
supporting me.
You don't
I've
ever
known you
support the
longer.
Colts. You bringing me a Texans ass jersey up in this room.
no,
Jeez.
I can't. I don't do.
So are you saying
Nah.
that you're better mates with Jordan Addison and
Josh Metellus?
Josh Metellus, yeah, just
Hold
because.
up. We've got to shout out the boys.
Yeah.
Josh Metellus, Jordan Addison.
Oh no, I mean
They're
I love them.
dope
They're
guys.
just wearing the wrong colour. Do you know what I mean?
Oof,
But
yeah.
yeah, how rude of you not to support your friends, Trev.
I'm supporting my friends. I'm supporting my buddies. You know, it's going to be a nice victory for them.
sorry, Aaron
But
Jones,
make
I'm
sure Aaron Jones will be victorious. Our friend of the show. Now,
That's true.
you guys should be watching that on NFL Game Pass on DAZN. It's going to be an amazing weekend of football. Get your popcorn ready, get your drinks ready, get your food ready. Sit, watch, and enjoy. Okay, we'll see what predictions we got right or wrong. Let's see if we know what we're talking about. I suspect some people don't over there.
Listen,
But-
Dre, you've done pretty bad with your predictions this year. So
I'm going to just hide in the corner. Cause,
Those who watch Friends know what I'm saying. Right, next week we are going to start our inaugural, the Hurry Up Awards.
How are you saying it?
Is that wrong?
this is
you saying
this is
inaugural?
your pro bowler moment.
Inaugural. How do I say it?
Inaugural.
Inaugural.
Inaugural
Right,
awards, yeah.
Inaugural.
Right, guys, we're going to start our first ever, because I'm not saying inaugural, because these guys keep on laughing at me. The Hurry Up Awards, which is based on who you feel is the best in their position. So what we'll do to make things easier for you guys, because people are going to throw all different types of nominations in, we will nominate the best quarterback, best running back, best defense. Maybe if we have time during the Super Bowl week, we'll do best catch,
Yeah.
best run.
Oh, I got some.
Matt, producer's looking at me because he's going to have to edit all this stuff and I'm just adding things on.
Wait, so I think a nice 5 is good.
Yeah,
so what's that? So best quarterback?
Best quarterback,
Best running back. Wide
Best
receiver.
defense.
Oh,
Yeah, let's give some love to the defense, man.
defense.
Yeah.
Catch and run.
Yeah, because look.
Catch and run. No, I like that.
Catch,
Okay.
run.
Okay,
Yeah?
like it. Like it.
Is
Like
everyone all right with that? Yeah?
Sounds good.
We won't do field goals because there weren't too many of them. we
Kickers
can do
do
miss of the
matter.
season.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one. I like
well,
that.
at least, or we don't have a punter. We don't have a few.
A block of the season.
All right, okay, so we're going to have that next week. Guys, we need your feedback. So what we'll do is we'll put together from next week the nominations that we have, and you guys can actually choose. So therefore, you can't moan at us.
Let's
So
get to vote.
We will put together
That's cool.
4 for you guys to choose from.
No, 5.
And each week,
Got
well,
5
of
then.
each category.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Of each category.
Okay. 4 nominations in each
4
category.
nominations in each category,
With
and
you.
you guys can actually decide. I'm very excited about
That's
this.
cool. I like
You know
that.
what? This
That's
is
good.
by the fans. I
Yeah,
like this.
We put the power in your
As
hands.
we say, we are for the fans,
By the fans.
by the fans,
Go.
or by the fans.
By the fans. For the fans.
Either way, that's what's happening next week.
Tomato.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. We are so glad to be back. We have got a lot of football to watch, so we're gonna get
wait,
our
man.
shopping list ready and see what we got right next week. And please let us know what you guys think of our predictions. In the meantime,
Yeah.
until then, we will catch you guys next week. Peace. Oh!
Oh.
I told you I'll do it.